So you're just in time for an eBay unboxing, and now I realize I'm going to have to blur out like this whole box because I don't need you crack maniacs coming up to my front door. All right. By the way, there's a Civil War sword by my front door, so don't even try it. Okay, so let's go. This is something I don't collect, but I will show you why in a moment. Why I had to have this. Okay, so let's get this opened. All right, I'm just gonna slit the, not my wrist, slit the, oh crap. Okay, get this box open somehow, some way. All right, so, oh, this is a good packing job. I love packing peanuts, even though they're being, like, yeah, styrofoam. I forgot what state. Some state is banning styrofoam. How stupid. Oh, and you might say, well, what about the environment? Well, what about my antiques? I don't want my things being packed with newspaper or something. It's not going to protect my item. We need styrofoam peanuts. I mean, seriously. All right, so it's a two-piece. It's a two-piece set. Let's go ahead. Screw the environment. Antiques are more important. I'm telling you. All right. Let's go. I know somebody's going to take me serious in the comments below. Not a lot of you don't even know my dark sense of humor. Seriously, get to know my dark sense of humor. Take a walk on the dark side every so often. You know? All right. All right, let's just make sure there's no peanuts stuck to this. I don't want it all over my tabletop. And I paid way too much for this. I will tell you right now, I paid way too much. Oh, let's find the scissors. My dog pissed on the scissors, by the way. I shit you not. I couldn't find the scissors, first of all. And then I found them. And they were on the floor under the table. And there was a puddle of dog piss. So, yeah, I had to scrub these. And scrub them real good. All right. Oh, let's lower this down. There we go. All right. So this is something I could not afford in the first place. And they wanted $300 for it. And I saw it, and I was like, I have to have it. And you'll find out why in a minute. And they had the little make an offer button. Love those, right? And so I offered $200. The seller accepted. And I was like, wow, okay. It's still overpriced. It's still overpriced. I don't usually spend $200 on antiques. Had to have this. And you know what? Let's do a fast forward motion of this. Well, surprise, surprise. It's the little bastard that pissed on my scissors. That's right. That's why I had to have this. Okay, it looks just like my freaking dog. And let's get a picture up on the monitor. Hold on. Gonna zoom out a moment. I mean, it doesn't look identical, but it has the same mischievous little look on the face. And yes, I'm telling you, this is my dog. This is my dog's great grandpappy. And here we go. Wait. Yeah, this is my dog. I'm telling you right now, it is definitely him. So what we have here is a very old tobacco jar. And it's I don't know. I've never seen one. So, I mean, look at this. Look at the workmanship on this. This is very old, very bisque porcelain. You can see the hair strokes. Do you see that? Each hair stroke. Look at the eyes. Okay, look at the eyes. The irises, look at that. They look like real eyeballs. Look at the nose and look at the little mouth. Look at the little mouth and those googly eyes. Okay, had to have this. And it has a little pink bow. Well, my dog's a boy, but, you know, that's besides the point. But, yeah, I had to have this. I saw this. I was like, oh, my God, it's him. It's the little bastard that pissed on my scissors. He's probably pissing on something else right now as I make this video. He pees on everything. Anything that's mine that lands on the floor, he pisses on. Oh, don't ever leave a blanket draped over the side of a chair because it'll be covered in piss. Don't ever drop something on the floor because you'll go back there and it'll be covered in piss. His name is actually Grover. Well, his real name is Kenji, but we call him Grover, right? Grover, he was actually, my husband was like, if you want to keep this dog, I snuck him home. Okay. Snuck him home from the pet store, had to have him. And usually I don't buy dogs. I always rescue from shelters. This one, I was just like, I had to have him. I never had one of these curly little bastards, if you know what I mean. I always had those big dogs, those big dogs, mastiffs, pit bulls, German shepherds, those mutts that are like enormous, large dogs, Never brought one of those curly fucks home. These little like lappy dogs, the ones that sit on your lap or piss on all your things. That's right. And I fell in love with him. He's a little bastard. So my husband, I snuck him home. My husband's like, oh, hell to the no. He's going back. And I'm like, no, don't send him back. His name is Kenji. And he's like, his name ain't Kenji. If you want to keep this dog, his name has to be Grover. And so I was like, Grover? And he's like, Grover Cleveland Alexander. And I'm like, who the hell is that? It sounds like a president. And, but Grover short for the Grover Muppet animal from the Muppets or whatever. Okay, so we got this, I don't know, European? It's European. Generally, most of these are Austrian or Czechoslovakian or German. And this is a tobacco humidor. And you're like, what? In the shape of a head? Yes. They made, and I'm going to show you some really cool ones that you could collect. So this is for the tobacco collector. I am a smoker, but you're going to think I'm morbid as fuck. What I'm going to do with this is, my biggest fear is my Grover. I'm not even going to say, the DEAD thing. I can't deal with it. So if he, unalives or something at any point, this is going to be his ash bin. And it's going to have his likeness. And it's just like the only thing I could think of. I know, I think like that. My brain, my biggest fear is death and dying. So my brain always goes, everything's going to die. Everything I love is going to disappear or die. So at least I have an ash bin for him. I'll put it right next to my mom's ash bin. All right, so let's take the head off. Yes, the head, look, the head comes off. Okay, tell me this isn't genius. All right, now who made this? Have no freaking clue. I used to collect Dresden porcelain, from Dresden, Germany, French Lamage's porcelain, and Meissen porcelain, and like porcelain from Austria, Vienna, Vienna, Royal Vienna. And what are some of the other ones? Oh God, I can't even think right now. My brain is like a total mush ball. But yeah, and I stopped. The collectibles, the German porcelains and the really fine French porcelains and Viennese porcelains that are antique, the prices just went too high for me to start collecting, keep on collecting. And so when I saw this for 300 doll hairs, I was like, can't afford. Made the offer, accepted the 200. That is still too high for me, if you know what I mean. I like a bargain. This was no bargain. And what is it worth? Have no clue. Have no freaking clue whatsoever. Here's the back. Look at this. Tell me this. It's like you can take his like freaking brain off. It's crazy. So we got some markings. I want to be very careful with this. I hate collecting breakables. It scares me. Everything scares me. But this literally like frightens the shit out of me. Like one bad move on my part, and this thing is over. It's toast. So we got some markings. Let's try to find the damn markings. There we go. It's a number, and it says Prague. Don't know if you can see that. Does it say Prague? Hold on. I think it's upside down. Yeah, Prague. Prag. Don't know what the hell that means. Is that short for Prague? No, Prego. It's in there. Oh, you guys are too young to know the Prego sauce commercials, whatever. But Prague, right? Could that be short for the place? Where's Prague? Is that in Czechoslovakia? Bohemia? Why would they shorten the word? Why can't they just add the U and the E, right? Why don't they just spell it? Why can't we focus? Why can't they just spell it Prague? This has to mean something. Don't know. Does it say frag? Frag. Is it frag instead of Prague? Wait, hold on. Oh my God, this camera's shit. Can you believe this? Wait, hold on. Does that say Prague? Frag? Prague? I don't know. God only knows. And so I have no clue. What the hell is this? Germanic? Probably Germanic, Austrian, German, maybe Czechoslovakian. Don't know. But this is just, look at this. This is just the cutest thing. It's like, it doesn't have like a perfect fit, if you know what I mean. Like there's a little gap here and there. You got to line it up perfectly. You got to line the brain of the dog perfectly. But this is, look at this, okay? They used to make these Bolognese. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Bolognese hounds. The Germans were known to make these certain dogs that were called Bolognese hounds. I'll actually show you them. And you're going to like go freaking insane when you see how much these Bolognese hounds actually cost. So I think this is like not a Shih Tzu. My dog is a Shih Tzu. I think it's supposed to be one of those Bolognese hounds. And they turned it into a tobacco jar, maybe, perhaps. I don't know. Here are the Bolognese hounds. And that's how it's pronounced. It's some kind of, I don't know, fancy Italian dog. Let's check some of these dogs out. And I think that's what we have here. I think we have that jar is supposed to be one of these type of dogs. Oh, wait, how much are these damn things? Yes, I am not kidding you. Okay, so if you collect these Bolognese hounds, you're going to pay quite a bit of money. And they have that weird, those buggy eyes and that black nose. And I think that's what we have here. Now, I don't think it was made by Meissen, but they were imposters who made these Meissen-style Bolognese hounds. Some other Dresden porcelain manufacturers did make these. And so you'll see the cheaper versions, like not the $6,238 version, but more like the $750 version. Or I'm trying to find a cheap one to show you guys. Yeah, not happening. But they did make, other German manufacturers made them for cheaper. And, yeah, Samson, a French maker, also made them. And, made them for, you can get them for cheaper than the Meissen version. And, yeah, here's another Samson one. And, yeah, okay. So they're Spaniels, by the way. They're not Shih Tzus. They do look like Shih Tzus. Oh my God, they're freaking gorgeous. Do you know I had one of these in my collection once? When I first started collecting antiques, I'll show you the exact model I had. I had this guy. No, not this guy. Hold on. I gotta find him. It was this guy right here. The $5,950 one. Yes, I did. I had this one in my collection. Had no clue what it was because I just started collecting. And I found this for cheap. I think for 20 bucks. And I sold it for only $200. I just wrote antique German dog. And sold it for, it sold like, would I buy it now in like 2 seconds? Now we know why. So you'll find a lot of these heads, right? And you see, I totally probably overpaid. You can find like really odd things, skulls, clowns, babies. You can find monkeys, all sorts of stuff. And like famous figures of the day, like Franz Joseph, or you'll find Kaiser Wilhelm. You'll find dogs, not as grand as mine. Gnomes and elves and folksy people. What else? Foxes. You'll find ones with glass eyes made out of wood. Really beautiful. Look at that. So no offense, out of all the ones I've seen, I think the dog is the most expressive out of all of them. Is it a Bolognese? What the hell? Bolognese hound? I think it is a Bolognese hound. And compared to the Meissen ones, this is really sensational. Don't know. I do not think it's a Meissen. But it's definitely something of note. Because it's a royal looking dog with a pissed off look on his face. He does not look at him. He looks like he's really serious, right? Look at him. His eyebrows make him look angry. He looks like my dog after I just hollered at him, after he pissed on my scissors, or I don't know, he stole my dinner. Yes, I even have pictures. I should show you him when he stole my spaghetti. So here he is when he stole my pizza. He stole the crust and all right? What a little bastard. Gotta love him, right? Here he is after he stole my bucket of KFC and he's eating the chicken bones, okay? So as you can tell, he's quite the character, right? And now here he is after he stole my spaghetti before I could even put sauce on it. So, all in all, what do I think the value of this is? It's priceless because it's him. I swear to you guys, this is totally him. Absolutely, totally him with that little frown. He always has that little frowny mouth because he's always up to no good and he gets hollered at and he's always like stealing. Do you know? I finally found out where all the socks go in the house. I moved the couch one day, and behind the couch is a bay window with a curtain. And I had to get behind the couch for some reason. And guess what? There was stacks and stacks and stacks of me and my husband's socks in the window. There was about 100 pairs of missing socks, all hidden behind the curtain in the bay window, in the window. Yeah, right behind the curtain. And that's where all our socks went. So yeah, total character. I'm telling you, if my dog would have been alive back in those days, imagine the tobacco jars they could have, oh my God, they could have came up with so many different character scenes from all the crazy shiz he does. Especially, they should have made one where he's pissing on my scissors. That would be the perfect tobacco jar where he's whizzing, lifting up his leg on a pair of scissors. That would be really comical. All right, that's it. I'm done. Paid $200 for this thing. Would have never thought to pay $200 for it because I'm a cheap bastard. And I had to have it because it just reminds me so much of my little furry friend who I love. I mean, absolutely adore and love. Thanks for watching. See you guys all soon. And I think I overpaid. Who cares? Yeah, I think I overpaid. And what's the value? Like I said, priceless.